Alright guys, here's what we're going to work on today. This car, the guy put an electronic trunk opener in here, and it's has a few issues. I don't know if you can see it in there. It's that big silver thing. He's got it mounted there by the footwell. But anyway, like I say, it works, but it has a few issues. So, it opens and closes right, but when it opens, the trunk only opens a little ways because he's got this third light put there, and it hits that. So you can only open the trunk halfway, and the gas tank is in there, so you really need to get in there. Let me open it up and show you what the issues are. Alright, I got Road Queen over there. Open the trunk here for me. Yeah. Alright, thanks. Alright, yeah, you see, like it gets real close, you might not even be able to see it, but when it's up, it just about hits the base of that. I'm getting blurry. But anyway, here's the gas tank, and you really don't have room to, you could fill a tank, but it's pretty inconvenient. You really don't have the room. And this trunk could probably lift up another 10 inches or so. But let me get a light so you can see in here. I'll show you some other issues. Maybe you can see a little better. I got the light up here. There you go, that's a little better. Yeah, you got this big hunk of iron back here, and it's all wobbly, and it's just a mess. It's unnecessary is what it is. Alright, let me show you the inside, how far that thing sticks out. Alright, we're over here where this little mechanism is. Like I say, here's where your feet go, and there isn't hardly any room in these things to begin with. And this thing is sticking out, I'd say a good 5 inches off of the wall. And he's only got it held in with a couple screws. It's all bouncy and wobbly. It's a cute, novel idea, but it's really unnecessary. So I'm going to take that out. You can see. I don't know if you can see how big it is, but compared to my hand, the thing is like 18 inches long and 4 or 5 inches wide. And then you got the cable. It's got a worm gear. It goes all the way up here and all the way up into the overhead, and God only knows where else it ends. But it's like I say, it's cute and a novel idea, but it's just unnecessary. I'll show you what I'm going to replace it with. I'm going to replace it just with this little latch. You can see the latch. You can't even see it. It fits in my hand, and it's got a solenoid in it, so it'll be able to pop it open with just a push of a button. And then this cable here will run out to the bottom of the trunk, and that's a safety in case the electric don't work or something. You just pull the cable and it'll open it up. But I'll put that in there and put a couple gas struts. I'll show you where they go. Yeah, I'll replace that with a gas strut, attached to the bottom of the trunk and somewhere else, and it'll pop up by itself. I'd like to put two, but where he has the gas tank mounted here, I don't think I have any room. And one should open it, and it should open it okay, because it's not a heavy trunk at all. But all right, so what we're going to do right now, we're going to take this third light out. I'll probably put a third light out, but I'll probably put it inside the window and mount it inside the cab if I do have one, or if I could find one small enough that it doesn't interfere with anything. But we'll see. But for right now, let me take it. I'm going to take all this mess out. Alright, the trunk is all the way up, and it's just about touching the base. I don't know if you can see it. It's about touching the base of that third light. So let's see what we got. We got, I don't know if you can read that, but 18 inches. So let me take that third light out and disconnect this mechanism and see how high we can actually get this thing. I got the trunk propped open here with this little piece of wood. Go 1 by 1, and it's open all the way, and you got plenty of clearance. It's not hitting anything back there. So let's see what we got here. Alright, you got I don't know if that's focusing in or what it's focusing in on, but anyway, looks to be like 29 inches. So we actually got 11 more inches out of it, which is a lot, you know. And you can get to the gas tank with no problem now. You know, you got plenty of room. You can get it from anything. You can actually get in. Before you could only get in from the side. Now you can get it in from the rear. So, all right, I'm gonna take that mechanism out from inside the car there, over in the corner there. I'm gonna take that out. All right. All right. After further review here, looks like this might be an independent unit and has nothing to do with that hunk of metal inside the cab. I don't know what that is. We'll have to look at that later. But this here, you know, the reason this is all loose, it's just a couple bolts back here are loose, but they have this welded here. There must have been a couple kids that tried to build this thing or something, because everything is just a mess. I mean, just by looking at the welds, I might be able just to break that out. Yeah, look at it. I just broke that weld from moving it. So all of the welds just broke. So it looks like it might only be held on by them bolts there through the cab. Hopefully that's the case. All right, let me try and rip this thing out. All right, I got that contraption removed, and I put my battery box where I think I'm going to keep it. Maybe a little bit more like that. And then the fuel tank, I might have to move the fuel tank. I got room. I'm going to move the fuel tank over about 3 inches. That way I can put 2 gas struts on. Maybe put one on here, and then I can have one going from here down to the ground there. And that should work pretty good. Alright, enough of the trunk, right? Now, what I'm going to do, let me get my light. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, I'm going to rip all this silver stuff down, because all it is it's actually just bubble wrap with like aluminum on it. I'm going to take it all down and put the Dynamat or fat mat or some stuff up there, and we'll take that out later. I'm curious to see what the hell that does. Alright. Yeah, take these raggedy ass rugs out and that bubble wrap, and we'll see what we got. Alright, I ripped the rugs out, and I started ripping this stuff out here. This sound insulation, whatever they have. Boy, it's tough to get in this little thing. But I think I might leave this. You know, I mean, there's 2 layers of it. You know, and they put it in pretty well. You know, they got everything covered. And I'm gonna have vinyl on here, and probably masonite back. So I think that might be good. That'd be good enough for sound deadening, because you don't really get much noise up around this way. And I'm not worried anyway, you know. But I'll probably buy some Dynamat and put it on the floor and the firewall, because that's usually where you get your most noise from. I could be making a mistake, but I'll probably eventually restore this whole thing, and I'll do it. You know, I'll know by then if I made a mistake or not. But I think for now, I'm gonna leave that whatever you call it. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna leave it. All right. Now I'm gonna attempt to pull that thing out there, whatever the hell that is. Here's another wacky thing that somebody did. They made a little tunnel here out of a 2x4, and they got the wires running. Let me get my light. And they got the wires running through the tunnel. So I'm gonna rip that out. I'm sure there's a better way of doing it. I don't know how, but I'm sure I'll find a better way. I'm taking this 2x4 tunnel I made out, and I had to stop and show this to you. This is funny. I'm ripping it out, and ripping this half out, and check out the screw right through the wires. I would have loved to watch these guys build this, these clowns, wherever they are. You know, I almost got to check everything in this whole car now once I see that. Okay. Alright, it's getting towards the end of the night here. I got all the wiring that I want ripped out. All the rest of the stuff's just got to be tied up and put in right. But I was going to take that out there, but it turns out we thought that was connected to the back, but it's not. And it said Windows on there, something about Windows. I don't know if you see it. Made by specialty power windows, and that's why we didn't know what it was. But it turns out that's our windshield wipers, and I can't really move it anywhere else. I might have to stay there. It goes all the way up there. It's a cable. They're electric, but there's a cable, a worm gear that goes all the way up here at the tube, and it gives me dual windshield wipers. Originally, these things only had one windshield wiper, which wasn't very good, but that's actually about a $300, $350 setup there. So for now, I guess we'll deal with it. Leave it there and just conceal it a little bit. But I wound up taking the rest of the dashboard out. That way, make it easier for the guys to work on. And like I said, I ripped out most of the wiring that I didn't want, but. Let me go take a look at the dashboard. I still have to do a little work on the dash. Here's a dashboard. It's actually pretty nice. It's got some nice gauges on it. But some of the wiring back here, I'm going to have to solder some of these together. These here get soldered together and put some shrink tube on them. But not much to do there. So I guess I'll order the gas shocks for the back of this. And when they come in, we'll put them in. We'll be all set. All right, I guess that's enough for this video. See you guys later.